What's good, Commanders fans? So I just want to get on here real quick. Troy Apke was released. Trappy. This is going to be a very quick video too. Devontae Bosby was released. Sammis Reyes was placed on injury reserve. So was Alex Arma. And then the quarterback Dion Calhoun was also released. So Devontae Bosby, he was cooked on the 3rd and 13. I told you about that when I said his stock went down. We just signed him about a week ago. And they released him. Basically, he was one of the corners that was, getting beat. Danny Johnson got beat as well in the preseason game, but, we're going to need Danny Johnson. Like, he played pretty well last year. So Devontae Bosby was released. Sammis Reyes going to the IR. Or injury reserve. I'm not surprised. I was like, man, he only played 2 snaps in the preseason game. On Armani Rogers, he just looks like a more natural or fluid athlete as a tight end catching the football. Same thing with Curtis Hodges and Carson Wentz. He really wants to throw the ball to his tight ends. He uses his tight ends as receivers, a la Zach Ertz, a la Dallas Goedert. You saw what he did with those guys. So he really wants to throw the ball to those guys. So Armani Rogers does have to be ready. Armani Rogers has a legitimate chance to make the roster just because of all the injuries with, Cole Turner, John Bates, Logan Thomas, the guys being in and out of the lineup. So watch out for Armani Rogers. So Sammis Reyes, he gets another year to learn. This guy just started playing football, so he still needs some time. Like I said, he bobbles the ball when he catches the football. So they really need a receiving tight end. They need all their receivers to have good hands this year because he's going to throw you the ball. He's going to throw you the pill. If you're a tight end, he's going to look for you. He really is. He's going to target his tight ends a lot. That's why I want Logan to be back, and that's why I'm really excited for Cole Turner to be back too. So Sammis Reyes gets another year to learn. When you're placed on injury reserve before the season, that means you can't play. Your season is done. Same thing with Alex Arma, the fullback as well. So Troy Apke, I thought he was Mr. Untouchable. I thought he was going to make the roster because, I thought Ron Rivera loved him because of special teams. You think about the game last year, the Giants game that we won, he couldn't even field the punt. I know he's a gunner. There's more than just doing that, but he couldn't even, stop the punt at the 1-yard line, that Giants game where we beat the Giants the last game of the season. That was disappointing there. But he was out with a lot of injuries in training camp. Same thing with Sammis Reyes. But I think Sammis Reyes, even if he was healthy, I think Sammis Reyes was not going to make the roster this year because Armani Rogers, Curtis Hodges, and those guys are in drafting Cole Turner. We have a good amount of tight ends on the roster right now. So Apke, we'll see if another team picks him up. I saw Jimmy Moreland got released by the Eagles, so the Eagles might fool around and pick up Troy Apke. The NFC East teams, we always do stuff like that. So Troy Apke being released, we drafted Percy Butler. John Keim also said Cam Sims can be a gunner as well on special teams. So there's other guys that we can use that are more impactful on the field, not just on special teams that will you probably replace Troy Apke. Drafting Christian Holmes to play corner as well. Bringing in another safety with Percy Butler. And Stephen Parker stepped up too. So Stephen Parker, man, if he can play special teams and he can actually go out there and hit and run. Troy Apke was one of the slowest guys I've seen. He was one of the slowest 4.3 40-yard dash guys. Remember Deion Sanders hyped him up, and he was like, that guy can run, saying, that white guy can run. And Troy Apke was super fast, but it just didn't translate onto the field. He was a failed pick. Was it the 2018 or 2019 draft with Deron Payne? Deron Payne was the best pick of the draft. Darius Geis was the second round pick. Jaron Christian was our 3rd round pick. Apke was our 4th round pick. Trey Quinn was our 7th round pick. Mr. Irrelevant. I don't know if we had a 5th round pick, but that whole draft was just basically. I hate to call people busts, but it was a failure of a draft. So those are all the roster moves. And I don't want to forget Antonio Gibson was running with the 2s and the 3s today. Same thing with Brian Robinson. To clear that, Ron Rivera said he wanted to see everybody, the running backs, have a competition and run with everybody. So he was playing with special teams. Same thing. Brian Robinson was running with the punt team too, though. But Antonio Gibson does have to be careful, though. We'll see what happens on Saturday. If Brian Robinson gets the first team snaps, then that definitely will ring a bell for sure. They do want to discipline Antonio Gibson. They really do. You listen to the press conference, Scott Turner said you got to hang on to the football. Ron Rivera saying the same thing. So Antonio Gibson, man, he's got to pick it up. I really want to see these guys be a 1-2 punch, but Ron Rivera is definitely going to send a message, and he's got to do it. He's just got to do it. You got to send a message to Antonio Gibson that you can't throw the ball, but we need this guy to be successful. We do. We really do. I know a lot of people, 99% of the fan base in the comment section that I've been reading in my comments, they want to release Antonio Gibson. I'm like, nah, we need this 1-2 punch. I want to see more from Brian Robinson. I believe in Brian Robinson, but I'd rather have a 1-2 punch than just one guy right now. That's the way I'm feeling. But if Gibson is laying the ball on the floor on the carpet in our own territory, then he has time to go. But all right, you guys, hail to the Commanders. Peace.